Harry Brailsford here at the NextGen conference in mid-December in Anaheim, California, and I bumped into an Australian from the old days,
G'day.
Wayne Small. How you doing?
Good, thanks, buddy. How are you?
Good. Now, I got to know, did you come all the way from Sydney just for this 2-day conference?
No. I was actually here on holidays.
Okay.
With my wife and my father.
Yeah.
And found out over the weekend there was a conference on, and today's my last day, so I figured I'd rock on in for a little bit.
There you
meet
go.
a few people and see what we can learn.
There you go. And then you'll take the flight, the long flight home. 15 hours?
15 hours home, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
There you go. For people who don't know Wayne Small, so who is Wayne Small? And then we're going to play What Are You Doing Now?
Who is Wayne Small? Well, I've been involved in SBS since 1997.
Yeah.
I run a website called sbsfaq.com.
Yep.
I was for about 15, 16 years an SBS MVP. I presented, as you know, at many of the SMB Nation conferences.
SMB Nation events.
In fact, I met my wife at one of your events.
There you go.
Thank you, Harry.
Yeah, here you go.
So these days, Correct Solutions is the company that I work with in Sydney.
Yeah.
We're now just on 50 staff.
Yeah.
We're basically an MSP. We have a lot of different arms within the business.
Yeah.
We're busy working on security, as many
Yeah, and I
people are.
want to talk about security. So let's talk about that. First of all, what's your involvement with security in terms of some of the public outreach and speeches you do? And there's a conference down in Australia. Let's start with your outreach, then we'll get specific.
So we're doing a lot of lunch and learn type sessions with our customers.
Yeah.
We're spending half an hour walking them through what security is, and we're bringing in some of the current threats that are there, some of the sextortion type emails that are there, how people are finding your passwords, and equipping the clients with information as to how to prevent getting out there and getting their information hacked. Things like common password use, not reusing them, the same PIN number on their phone as they do on their ATM card.
Uh-oh.
Yep, that's exactly right. Oh, you should see the looks on people's faces when I tell them that, the most common thing that they're using on their phones is their birth date.
Yeah.
And they slyly grab their phones and change it. And then I say the next most common thing is their wedding anniversaries. They change it again.
Yeah.
People are just
What,
not...
they change, they get remarried?
Yeah, no, they're changing their PIN codes, things like that, So that's one of the things we're doing for our customers.
Yeah.
We're trying to do a lot more awareness for these types of things. And of course, we're busy building out like a security consulting practice as well as part of our business.
Yeah, exactly.
So that we can do that.
Yep.
Within the community, the SMB community in Australia is growing very strong.
Good.
We've moved from a lot of disparate SBS user groups into a formal organisation, and we've actually just held our 5th conference.
Wow.
The
I
SMB,
didn't realize this is the 5th time. Yeah.
That's right.
What's it called?
SMB IT Professionals.
Yeah.
Is the name of the organisation, and we have our own president. There's board of directors, all of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We've got forums. We're doing all the kinds of things that we used to do as SBSs, but we're not just focusing on SBS.
Right.
We're focusing on all of the other bits around it. We're focusing on the business side of it. Recently at the conference we had, I did a session on RDP security.
Yeah.
And many people believe that opening RDP to the world is easy, no problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an easy way for you to get hacked.
And for our audience, could you define that term?
So RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol, it's the way in which you can just remotely access your server.
Right.
Many people are doing it because it's simple and it's easy, but there are so many different ways you can secure it.
Right.
And as part of my presentation, I actually set up a couple of test systems, and within 2 hours and 11 minutes, the first one was actually hacked and owned by somebody.
Yeah.
It's a scary thing. A lot of resellers don't realize the vulnerability they're exposing their clients to.
Yeah. Would it be safe to say, maybe what I think I'm hearing is, if it's that easy, that also means it might be that unsecure. Is there a correlation?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Microsoft have issued quite a number of patches to fix security issues within RDP.
Yeah.
And there are different exploits you can use to basically take over a system without necessarily knowing the password even.
Yeah.
That's the scary bit. So, getting that type of thing locked down, making sure that, people think that only on-premise systems are vulnerable to an RDP type attack.
Right.
Well, guess what? The default way you log into an Azure-hosted VM is RDP.
Yep.
Azure have different ways of securing it, but you still have to secure it.
Yep.
It's scary that people just don't realize this is the case.
So you're out consulting firms as a consultant with a niche in security. Without naming names and maybe not even times and incidents, but can you maybe share with us just one or two things you've seen in the wild that surprised even you on the security front?
Look, we've seen clients that have had their servers hacked using the reception account because the password for the reception user was, guess what? Reception. And we've seen databases taken down. These are things hosted in Azure. So it's, as I said earlier, it's not just on-prem. Security is the biggest thing that we need to focus on right now.
I would concur. Well, sir, I know you have to run to LAX and catch that flight back to Sydney, so safe travels. Thanks for this cool. We literally just kind of bumped into each other. How cool is that?
Indeed.
Thank you, everybody.
Cheers.